But then when you go to Liverpool, they talk like that. It's like they do, though, don't they, though? What about you, mate? How's it going? Liverpool, Everton, loving it, mate. That's what they talk about in Liverpool. So you know one of the things, Chris, about the US? The US and the UK have got very, very different accents, right? But you know what's even funnier? In the UK, depending on where you go, well, the accents are completely different, right? So you probably heard me talking on the phone with like my family or when you've been in my house. Like we talk like that because I live in Lancashire, right? That's what we talk like. And in Lancashire, you park your car in the car park. That's what you do, right? So that's the accent for where I live. But then if you go just across the border from Lancashire to Yorkshire, it's Yorkshire. And you know what they say in Yorkshire? Wipe their bloody feet. When you go into someone's house, they wipe their bloody feet and they go, hey up. You know, like in America, you go, hey man, how you doing? In Yorkshire, they go, hey up. Hey up. Hey up. Sophistication. Don't talk to me about sophistication. I've been to Leeds. So that's what they talk about in Yorkshire. And when I once had a really good friend who lived in Barnsley, which is a town in like southern Yorkshire.
Okay.
And first time I met him, I said, where you from? Where you from, mate? I'm from Barnsley. That's what we talk like in there. If you're from Sheffield or Stoke, they call each other Duck. But then when you go to Manchester, where like the Stone Rolls is an oasis, Manchester, Man City, Man United, mad for it, buzzing, sunshine. Although it never sunshines a lot in Manchester, but that's what they talk like. If you go to a Greek restaurant in Manchester, you can ask for Thomas Salata. No need. That's what they talk about in Manchester. But then when you go to Liverpool, they talk like that. It's like they do, though, don't they, though? What about you, mate? How's it going? Liverpool, Everton, loving it, mate. That's what they talk about in Liverpool. And then if you go down south, you go to Birmingham. Birmingham, you're right, mate. Birmingham, I'm going to go to the building society. And then when I come back, I'm going to have chips and gravy. That's what they talk like down there. Then you know Dave Evans?
Yeah.
One of our Dealmaker Brits. He lives down in Bristol. So, hello, boyo. I'm going to drive my combine harvester down in Bristol. Who are? That's what they talk like down there. Then when you go across to London, mate, you know Ross and Jess. How's it going, mate? London, mate. Buzzing, mate. London, from the West End, from the East End. London, mate. But then it gets really interesting when you go into some of the other countries. So the UK is England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and you got the Republic of Ireland. So in the Republic of Ireland, it's like, ho ho, what about you, ho ho, mate? How's it going? True and true, fucking hell, what about you? That's Northern Ireland. They go, what about you, Northern Ireland? I'm gonna get my cake and my gun, I'm gonna go to church, then I'm gonna come home and watch a film, and then I'm gonna go on Twitter. That's what they talk about in Northern Ireland. And then when you go to Scotland, it's like, like Scotland accent's really, really broad and really deep. And depending on which part of Scotland you go to, you've got all those different dialects as well. And then that leaves us with Wales. Hey boyo in Wales, beautiful Wales, where don't ever ask for directions in Wales because you'll be washing spit out of your hair for months, right? And some of the Wales towns are the longest towns that you can imagine. There's one, I think it's called Llanfyfecwn Go. That's the name of the town, right? Try spelling that bad boy. So yeah, English accents are very, very different depending on where you go. A bit like American.
What about Bath?
Yeah. Bath, oh, very posh in Bath. Very posh. And then obviously you've got the Queen's English or the King's English now, which is a very posh accent, how people talk. It's, yeah, I was once driving towards Bath and I wound the window down of my car and I said to the policeman, excuse me, could you tell me the way to Bath? He said, lots of soap and water.
Lots of soap and water?
Yeah.
What about Australia? You spent some time in Australia. What do they sound?
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. Put some more shrimp on the barbie. No, shrimp, mate. Doogies.
Doogies.
Too easy, mate.
They have slang. They actually make up words.
Yeah, they have slang. Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with like in Essex, right? In Cockney. What about Cockney?
Cockney. Yeah, Cockney rhyming slang.
Yeah.
Like,
can you teach us some?
Apples and pears is stirs.
Stairs is apples and pears?
Yeah, apples and pears is stirs. Bacon cozzers.
Bacon cozzers.
Rozzers. Policeman. Right, if you've ever watched Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, I love the scene in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels when Barry, one of the gangsters, is drowning this guy because he's not paid the money because he's a loan shark. He's like, are you gonna fucking pay? Are you gonna fucking pay? And then the voiceover says Barry ensures that the administrative side of the business runs smoothly.
Yeah. I like
But, the London accent is crazy. But when you've grown up in the country for all the years that I have, you can pick all the dialects up. My challenge is when I come to the States.
Yeah,
right?
very different.
New York, obviously Boston, where I've lived in both those cities, very, very broad. I'm gonna go and get a quappa quaffy, right? So I can understand that. Chicago, a little bit more neutral. California is very neutral. Come down to Florida, very neutral. In Texas or Tennessee, where we spend a lot of time, everything's y'all, but you understand that. But let's talk about Alabama.
Alabama.
Let's talk about sweet home Alabama. And can I just say, what a beautiful state, and how beautiful and friendly and kind, and in some cases beautiful, the people are in Alabama. But I haven't got a fucking clue what they're talking about. I can't understand them, right? I can understand you, but you're like me, you've done a lot of business,
and I
places.
Florida.
Your accent's kind of changed, right? But like some of the encounters we've had in Alabama, I have to have people write stuff down. And that's really embarrassing for an intelligent guy like myself.
Yeah.
To have to like say, hey, I'm sorry, honey. Didn't call her honey. I'm in a hotel. I asked her what time's breakfast. She couldn't. She's telling me, so can you write it down? I can't understand you, which is crazy. It's one of the only states I've been to where I just can't understand some of the words.
I think it's where you go too. Like, so the idea of Alabama as being beautiful, in my opinion, maybe 20% of the state's actually beautiful. The rest of it's
Huntsville's amazing.
Huntsville's beautiful. Where do you live?
Lake
We're in
Gunnersville,
North Alabama, Lake Gunnersville, and then the beach is beautiful, but kind of in between it, it's kind of flat and hot, kind of like Georgia.
And I wasn't that impressed with, where did we go for Sydney's All-State Bowling Tournament? Where
That was Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa, where you have like Auburn and
No, just Alabama's in Tuscaloosa.
Alabama,
And
where they play
the college is pretty, but everything else is just kind of ugly.
Do you know what blew my mind?
What?
When we went there?
What?
The size of the university football stadium.
Oh, it's
like
huge.
125,000.
Yeah.
So in England,
Yeah.
a university stadium would probably have 2,000 seats.
Well, you think about for college football, that's their biggest moneymaker in the entire college. I mean,
Right.
it's a huge business. You know, the Nick Saban, the coach of Alabama, probably makes more money than the past 3 presidents combined.
Yeah.
Like he makes so much money. I think he's making $8 to $10 million a year. It's just insane how much money they make. So that's why it's such a big deal. It's a moneymaker. But let me tell you a little bit about Alabama accents, because you gave me some UK accents, so I'll give you some Alabama accents, right? So it depends on where you meet people. They're either talking real slow and real country, or it's real kind of like church-focused conversation, or it's kind of like more redneck slang. So we can go through a few of those if you want.
Yes,
right?
yes, please, yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes I walk into a hardware store and I see like kind of some old timers and people around, and I know I got to mimic the accent or they won't take me seriously. They're like, oh man, that boy ain't from around here, son. Hey boy, how can I help you today? How can I help you? Yeah, you understand what that says?
No.
How can we help you today?
How can we help?
How can I help you today? Yeah?
Right, okay.
I say, hey boy, how can I help you today, boy? You know, they call you Bo,
Bo?
instead of boy.
Bo.
Yeah, so I've had stuff like that.
Bo is in our business partner, Bo.
Yeah, like that, but
Okay.
spelled B-O-Y, right? So I've had other times where I walked in and there's an older woman there, very Southern, very like church going. It's very different when you talk to them. They're like, how's your mom and them doing? How you doing today? You look so nice in that suit.
I got the
Did you
second
grow up
bit,
here?
not the first
Did
bit.
you grow up here? Like we get questions like that. It's always questions around, did you grow up here? And when I say no, they're like, oh, almost disappointed, right? It's kind of weird, but we get some accents like that. You get some people come in, kind of younger guys, and it's real slow and real deep. They're like, hey, mister, like at the ball now, hey, mister, I just want to tell you the ball's stuck in the back. I can't figure out how to get it down. I've been trying to get it down, but ain't nobody coming to help me
So
here.
you just sound there like one of my old business partners. I used to own an industrial irrigation company in Houston.
Yeah.
And one of my business partners, Kyle, sounded just like that.
It's a very distinct accent.
And he always had like chewing tobacco in his mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, lip cancer and like a permanent
He
bulge.
would
Yeah.
spit it out into his cup in the truck, and I would almost like barf.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. So Alabama's very different. Like even in the bowling alley. So we own a bowling alley in Alabama, just for reference here, right? But we used to have to carry bottles, and then they would paint the bottom of the bottles a blue paint, and you'd leave it up there so people would have somewhere to spit their dip in it. Otherwise, they would spit it in like styrofoam cups and leave them out, and it's nasty. But try to get people in Alabama not to dip. is like trying to get people in Russia not to smoke.
Yeah.
But it's not a big deal. I think fewer and fewer people are doing it. Most people are respectful, but so a couple more accents we're getting. We definitely get a lot of the female accents, like, "How you mom and them?
What?
How you mom and them?
What was that?
Hey,
Eminem?
How you mom and them?" He knows what I'm talking about. It's "How is your mama and them?"
How is your mama and them?
Like, how's your family doing?
Right.
Yeah, how you mom and them? That's a really good one. Yeah, so one day we need to go and just do a reactions video and go watch Southern Mama. There's a Southern Mama, and it's a guy with long hair in his car, and he just acts like he's his mother. And he just says sayings from his childhood. It's hysterical, right? You may be able to understand some of them, but
Probably not.
yeah. So the first time I went to the UK, I was at the event in London we hosted. There was 40 different people there.
Yeah.
I swear, every single person sounded completely different.
That's right.
We had somebody from South Africa, somebody from Australia,
Yeah.
had a New Zealand person in the room, and then it seemed like 36 different accents in the room. Some were really slow and low.
Yeah.
Some of them were really fast and high pitched.
Yeah.
Some of them were the Queens of the King's English. Some of them were gibberish. I had no clue what they were saying. I had to actually look at somebody in the eye to just like try to read their lips and figure out what they're saying. So I get what you feel.
Yeah,
when you come down.
you know what's really funny? Like when I'm at home and like the way I'm talking to you right now, because I can't help it, is when I'm on a business call or I'm talking to business partners or people from the States, I talk the way I'm talking to you right now. So I'm rolling my words a little bit more and it's a different accent. So my family call it my telephone voice.
Yeah.
So I'm talking differly. When I'm at home, like if
I've heard you at home.
if my wife called me right now, I'd say, "Hi, love. Are you all right? How's things? Like, what do you guys have for dinner? Is Josh all right? Did he get to soccer training?" Well, I say soccer now instead of football. That's crazy, right? Football in England is like soccer in the States. But because I'm spending so much time here, my vocabulary is changing. And you know what's really weird about America? It's like a completely different language, right?
It is, yeah.
So when we're walking on the side of the street in England, well, we call it the road, not the street. When you're walking on the side of the road, it's called the pavement. You call it the sidewalk. We have spectacles. You have eyeglasses, right?
Yeah.
You know the motorways or freeways that go around the cities. We call them ring roads.
Ring roads.
You call them beltways.
No ways, yeah.
Right? You say fillet. We say fillet.
Fillet.
You say lasagna. As to lasagna, don't get any on you. That's a quote from
What do you guys say? Lasagna?
lasagna.
Lasagna.
Pasta. Lasagna.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
That's aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Water.
Water.
I'm drinking my water out of an aluminium bottle.
Water out of aluminum bottle.
Water. I'm drinking my water out of an aluminum bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. Did pretty well. You're not as good as like a Tom Hardy. You know, he fooled everybody. He's not American.
No.
He's got a great American accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing with Superman. What's his name? Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't speak English the way we speak it, but he sounds like it.
You know one of the coolest accent switches?
Yeah.
You know Cillian Murphy from Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
In Peaky Blinders, he's from Birmingham. Don't fuck with the fucking Peaky Blinders. He's actually from Ireland. So he'd be like, ho ho, true and true, what about you? That's how he talks, because he's Irish. But he talks in the Irish, in the Birmingham accent.
Yeah.
With the Peaky Blinders.
Pretty good. I think you could do that.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
That could be, especially when Lorian cuts my hair later.
Yeah.
So let's get the whole skin.
Let's do an exercise. You're going to say something in one of your British accents. I'll answer it in an Alabama accent. Let's just go back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Chris, it's been an absolutely amazing day at the Dealmaker house down here in Florida. What should we do this evening? Let's have some fun.
Well, I reckon we should go down there and get something to drink. I do feel like we should probably stay away from that Bud Light. We don't drink that stuff near in Alabama no more. But I could go for a steak.
A steak?
Roll Tide. Hell yeah.
Roll Tide?
Yeah.
I know what that means. That's the University of Alabama, isn't it?
Yeah, I live in Alabama most of my life. I'm not hating on Alabama, but I love the accent. So yeah, we'll keep going.
Yeah, okay. So should we go to the world of beers again or not? Did we blow that out last night?
Hey, you think they got Michelob Ultra? Do you think they got it?
No.
It's only 99 calories.
No.
That's all I can drink.
I'd rather drink my own pee, Chris.
My old lady's gonna whoop my ass if I don't drink nothing but Michelob Ultra.
Michelob.
We don't drink fancy stuff.
No?
No, it's like steak in a can. That IPA stuff is IP no. Not
Have
IPA.
you ever had Pat's Blue Ribbon?
PBR? Hell yeah.
Yeah, so have you ever been So when I was working in New York a long time ago, I was a Wall Street guy. I used to go to Hogs and Heifers, which was made famous in, I can't remember the name of the movie. It's on like 2nd Avenue on very, very kind of low down. It's near Wall Street. What's that movie called where they danced on the tables in the bars and the ladies hang all the knickers up?
Oh, Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly,
yeah.
right. So the Coyote Ugly movie was based on that bar called Hogs and Heifers. And that's the first time I ever had a can of Pabst Blue Ribbon. And it was gross.
See, I'll tell you right now, hogs and heifers mean something completely different where I come from. So,
Does it what
yes,
does hogs
sir.
and heifers mean?
well, you don't want to know. We're a Christian organization. We ain't gonna talk about stuff like
Is
that.
it rude?
Ain't gonna do it.
No.
Ain't gonna do it.
Ain't gonna do it?
No.
Okay.
No.
So yeah, let's go out tonight.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go to the Tuscany Grill, right? Pizza, pasta. We'll take Laurie and
Yeah, you
with us.
think they got chicken fingers?
Chicken fingers, like in McDonald's. We go to McDonald's if you want.
Yeah, that works. I'm on a diet.
It's crazy. I can't believe, like, you go to McDonald's, like, how, like, one of the problems I think with obesity in this country, in America, is, like, you can go to McDonald's and buy the biggest box of fries you've ever seen for 99 cents. Like, if you want to go and buy a fruit cup, it's like $6.
Yeah, that's probably part of it. I broke character, sorry.
So,
Yeah.
like, I think it's one of the reasons why, people low incomes, so obese, they can only afford to eat, like, the dog shit. It's terrible. I'm not knocking McDonald's. I go there from time to
It's
time.
instant gratification too. So many people
Yeah.
are busy now. So in the real estate world, we call them dinks.
Yeah.
Dual income, no kids. Like a lot of those type of people are the ones that eat out the most. Eating out is it's so fast, it's so easy, and there's so many people that have so many people to feed. So the idea of stopping, cooking a meal, and they're working 2 jobs, it's difficult. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So for my diet, being mostly plant-based, it actually forces us to cook at home
Yeah.
every day, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Which is helpful, unless my cheat day is an Impossible Whopper. But still,
An Impossible Whopper.
yeah, it's like a plant-based Whopper.
Yeah, but
My
like,
brain doesn't know the difference, though.
yeah, but what do they put in that though? Are you not like,
Some things you just
Shouldn't
want to
eat-
leave a
you
mystery.
shouldn't eat synthetic food, man? Really?
Yeah,
Food that's been made in a lab?
yeah.
What's like? I love meat, right? Especially red meat. But like, why is it bad for you?
I think that should be a different video, but we can talk about it if you want to.
Like why is like red meat like bad for you, or any meat in general, like protein, like chicken or steak or lamb? Like, I love lamb.
Yeah,
Like I said to you the other night, like I'm gonna take you to this. I found this insane Greek place.
he was
It's
so excited.
incredible, right?
So excited.
They do the best lamb gyro pita I've ever had, and the most delicious
Pita for
feta
those
cheese.
Americans watching. Pita.
Delicious feta cheese that I've ever had, right? I'm like, I'm gonna take you. It's like, dude, I don't do meat, I don't do dairy. I'm like, well, we're fucked.
Yeah, you can't eat anything at a Greek restaurant.
Let's go for sushi.
Tzatziki sauce and
man.
lamb, and feta cheese. So
Yeah.
so we went to sushi. No, I eat plant-based for a reason. So
No, it's good, man.
I've watched a couple documentaries. I've read a book called The China Study, and essentially what they talk about is how our bodies weren't designed to digest meat. And the reason why they can tell that is because unlike animals who can eat meat raw and digest it with no problem, as humans we can't do that. And they say that since we have to cook it, also our teeth are flat and chompers. They're made for chewing vegetables. They're not canines. They're not made for ripping meat open.
Yeah.
And it's been proven over and over again that there's an enzyme in meat that is a breeding ground into your cells at a cellular level of cancer and heart disease.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I don't do it. Mom's had cancer 3 times. My dad died of a heart attack. So just personal, I just chose to live longer.
No.
But yeah, it's all good. I love it. I've lost a lot of weight from it. I feel good.
You look
My
great.
energy's good.
You
Thank
look great.
Yeah. So it's been good. But I don't hate on anybody eating meat. It's not about animal rights for me and all that stuff.
And the only time you'll ever eat dairy is on a pizza.
I haven't had pizza in over 3 months, but yeah, for a long time,
tonight.
I'm talking 10 years, I don't eat dairy at all, except pizza.
Yeah.
So no, I probably won't. I still won't do it. I feel really, really good. My diet feels good. We have a transformation challenge that we're going to be participating in, so I'm trying to get that 8-pack back.
Yep. I have an 8-pack in the fridge
Yeah, hey, good stuff. Next to my Michelob Ultra.
next to your Michelob
Yeah.
Ultras.
If they don't serve Ultra, I ain't going, son. That's just all there is to it. We don't drink Bud Light no more. No, we ain't doing that. You ain't gonna catch me drinking Bud Light. No, sir, I ain't gonna say nothing about it. You ain't gonna catch me doing it. No.
What about that Guinness though?
That Guinness is
That
incredible.
Guinness that I was drinking in World of Beers that you can also get in Raglan Road up in Disney Springs.
Man.
Isn't it crazy? And like one of our coaches, Kyle, he knows the details better than I do. But apparently it's like a lot of people when they ship Guinness from Ireland, so all Guinness is made in Ireland, right?
Well, Baltimore now too. Baltimore has this brewery.
Distillery.
Guinness, yeah.
So when they brew it in the US, the water in the US is not right for Guinness. It's great for bagels.
Yeah.
It's a different type of water, right? So the water out of the River Liffey, where there's loads of dead people and shopping carts and rusty old cars.
Yeah, adds flavor.
Done something to the water, makes the Guinness like beautiful. When they brew it in the US, it tastes very, very different. It's very bitter and very tarty. But also, a lot of and Americans know this, right? So they want traditional Irish Guinness. But when Guinness put it in the barrel and they ship it, unless they do something to it, it doesn't travel well. Like when it's on the boat and it's on the high seas, and it's obviously too expensive to fly the stuff, so they got to put it on a boat. That kind of frothiness from the journey, like tastes it, it makes the taste go a bit weird. So what some people do is they treat it before they ship it, and then they treat it again when it comes off the boat. So then it's like the perfect Guinness from Ireland. And I've only ever had it in 2 places here. Raglan Road up in Springs, where we took the family. And then down in World of Beers in Vieira.
We had one last night each. I think we should do it after dinner. Yeah. When we're full, we need to go have one more Guinness.
Yeah.
Today's been a big day. We got to celebrate. I know my wife, I've got to bring her back because that's like her favorite thing in the world. When you took her to Disney Springs to get a Guinness, it was like taking her to, that was her Disney World.
Yeah.
That moment was her Disney World.
Yeah,
So.
I knew she'd like it.
Oh, she freaking loves it.
She's Irish heritage, isn't she?
Yeah, she's straight up Irish. First generation removed, so she's love it. So, well, hey, thanks for hanging with us today. We got to hear a lot of accents from the UK. You got to get a little flavor Alabama. And just make sure you know that neither one of us are making fun of our heritage. I am an Alabamian. I live in Alabama.
I'm proud to be.
I bass fish every freaking day. I'm a redneck.
And I'm proud to be English.
You are proud to be English.
I'm proud to be English.
Right, so we're not making fun of, no, I am a redneck. It is what
we're celebrating
the
amazing people in Alabama, amazing people in the UK and in Ireland. We're celebrating all you guys. We have Dealmaker protege students from all of the states
and in Alabama,
all of the parts of the United Kingdom. But yeah, it's been amazing. Chris Moore, thank you very much. Let's go drink some Guinness.
I love it. Hot tub time.
Yeah.
Hot tub time machine.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. See you guys.
Catch us on the next episode. Follow for more.
Hey guys, I'm Carl Allen. I'm the founder of Dealmaker Wealth Society. I've done tens of billions of dollars of deals over the last 30 plus years. If you're new to my channel, definitely hit like and subscribe so that you can get all of my amazing Dealmaker content in real time. You're not going to miss any of the outstanding information that I'm going to share with you. And if there's a question that you've got, if there's something that you want to know the answer for and you want me to speak to it, definitely hit me up in the comments section and I will record those videos for you and I will get them on this channel as soon as possible. So love having you part of this YouTube community and I can't wait to serve you. Until then, bye-bye for now.